Welcome into Out of Bounds. As always, joined alongside by John Luck. I'm Brian Berard. John, so here's some things that we've been talking about the Patriots and their struggles and, the power balance, or power battle, I should say, between, Tom Brady, Robert Kraft, Belichick, and the team. And, Bill Leibovich, who's an author from the New York Times, is coming out with a book shortly. It has some pretty damning details that we should be concerned about. Tom Brady saying maybe that Tom wants out of New England.
And it kind of makes sense, because I think the thinking the entire time through this entire dynasty, which some way somehow has lasted 17 years with that holy trifecta of Brady, Bill, and Bob Kraft. At some point, something had to give, and I think now we're starting to see those stitches start to pull away. In my eyes, I think this goes back to the Jimmy G situation. Tom Brady was talking about, Jimmy Garoppolo, is he the quarterback of the future? Can he play with Jimmy Garoppolo breathing down his back? Turns out he couldn't, so he wanted Bob Kraft to trade away Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think it all goes back to that, really.
All right, so let's take a look at the excerpt here from the Bill Leibovich book that's coming out very soon. And this is some scary stuff. So this is when he was talking to Tom Brady back in April. He said, "It's April and I don't intend to retire," he said, "and I certainly don't intend to get traded." He added that they can do whatever they want in terms of getting cut. "It's pretty clear that things were not great between the team, and Brady right then. My sense is, informed by talking to some people close to him, Tom Brady, that it wouldn't kill Brady if the Patriots were to release him into free agency, allowing him to control his next move. But that wasn't going to happen, so here we are, and the game continued." Which means, Tom Brady has signed that new contract, and we have the now incentive-based contract, but you see that from Tom Brady. Are you scared a little bit?
A little bit, but also think about when this book was written. Was it written before or after all this Alex Guerrero stuff? Because now Guerrero is allowed to be with the team, not on the field, but with the team. Was that a caveat that Brady wanted that would keep him happy? In my eyes, Tom Brady's always been, quote-unquote, prima donna diva. He always wants his way, and he hasn't really spoken up. Everyone thinks that he's this golden boy, but we're all money happy. We all want to be in the spotlight, get the most out of our life through our prime years. Tom Brady wants that. At some point, though, with the New England Patriots, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's the Belichick way. The Belichick way has gotten to him. It's gotten to Gronk most likely. So at some point, probably this year, it's going to blow up, and it's going to be really bad. Hopefully it's just not through the season.
Yeah, also in parts of this book, they discuss how Rob Gronkowski is unhappy with when he comes to work in such a sad environment, and how Brady is starting to get, ticked off about the Belichick and the Patriot way. And you're right, John. I think eventually it's just going to start boiling up, and I think the cover of this kettle, if you will, is just going to finally explode and just come off. And when this thing ends, I think it's going to be an ugly ending.
And that was the idea people have had for years. I mean, you go back to Super Bowl 49 through all that Deflategate stuff. In my eyes, that was the real beginning. That press conference that Belichick had, I don't know, ask Tom. It was at that point, in my eyes, Brady and Belichick weren't on the same page for the first time in a long time. And ever since then, it's really blown up here.
Well, I think the thing, too, with Tom Brady is he's starting to realize that he's getting that confidence. Like, I can win without Bill. And I think for a long time, Brady thought that he needed Bill to win. And now with Brady sitting here going, well, I pretty much, not single-handedly, but I pretty much did a lot of the work in Super Bowl 51, where we came back from 28-3 against the Falcons. And he's starting to say, you know what, fine, cut me. I don't care. And if you're Brady, why wouldn't you want that move? You can finally start new. And even in this book, he says if I could start it all over again, he would like places like Los Angeles and New York. He never mentioned that he would try New England again.
But just something to throw in the back of the line, too. It's not really going to be that pertinent, but if Brady, for some reason, weren't on the Patriots, where would he be? Are there a lot of desirable locations for a quarterback like Tom Brady? Or are we going to look at this like the Joe Montana year going to Kansas City, or the Brett Favre year going to New York? Is Tom Brady destined for that? And at that point, is his legacy going to be tarnished making that move after all this stuff, behind closed doors?
Well, now with this all coming out, I think a sneaky big move in this whole thing is Josh McDaniels not going to the Colts and coming back to the Patriots. And I think that is the telling sign that the Patriots, this whole regime with Brady, Belichick, and Kraft, Robert Kraft, is coming to an end rather soon. I think there's a transition plan where Belichick's going to give it to McDaniels. Jonathan Kraft is going to take it over from from Robert Kraft, and Nick Caserio is going to start taking over the general manager duties from Bill Belichick. And I think once you saw McDaniels go to Indianapolis for 10 minutes, and then started to come back, you go, uh-oh, something's happening here. Because I think Belichick wanted to win one without Brady. And I think now that Brady keeps saying he wants to play to 45 and he's this new contract talk, I think Belichick's starting to realize, okay, it's just not going to happen. So might as well have somewhat of a plan in place.
It's just going to be a big explosion at some point. It's going to be like a soap opera, but it's going to be on a football field, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
All right, Patriots fans, get ready for 8 and 8 seasons coming up. Of course, as always, you can watch Out of Bounds on our YouTube page, going to youtube.com/BTV Access, or you can search BTV Access on the YouTube page. So, of course, for John Luck, I'm Brian Berard. Thanks for watching Out of Bounds.